Breaking down a price chart is one of the most important skills that we can have as technical traders. And in today's video, we're going to go through the top 5 major pairs, break down each of these charts, and talk about trading opportunities that exist on them right now. We're also going to be taking a look at some clips from last week's weekly market predictions video and talk about how the market has reacted at the key levels of structure we pointed out and how it's reacted to some of the trades we pointed out in last week's video. These trades happen really fast here in the Forex market, so if you'd like to be alerted whenever we come out with new weekly market prediction videos, then just click that subscribe button, go ahead and click the notification bell beside it. Click that like button for me to support the channel while the intro and disclaimer roll, and I'll be right back to start this week's weekly market predictions. Starting off here on the euro dollar, in last week's breakdown of this pair, we talked about this 1.2060 level as being possible resistance, and since then we've had over 100 pip push down from that level. So let's go ahead and head over to a clip from last week's video, take a look at that, and then we'll be right back here on the euro dollar chart to talk about some trading opportunities we could possibly see this week out of this pair. First week in 2018. First off, we're taking a look here at where the market is right now, around 1.2060. We're going to be paying attention on lower time frames to see if we can get a shorting opportunity from this level. Yes, it will be counter trend, especially on lower time frames, so that's something you want to look out for and pay attention to. But we are at a major level of structure on this pair that has been resistance in the past. So that's exactly what we're looking at here on the euro dollar. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair. Welcome back, guys. So we did end up getting a nice counter trend opportunity on a lower time frame right at this level we pointed out in last week's video at 1.2060. And again, guys, breaking down a price chart and understanding how to identify key levels of structure along with how to identify trends in the market is going to be a vital part to your success as a technical trader. And that's the entire reason that I created the weekly market predictions series. I want to be able to teach you guys exactly how to break down a price chart. And I know you need to see consistent content on that subject in order to fully understand it. So again, guys, if you're not subscribed here, make sure to do so. And if you want to make sure you're alerted about these videos first before anyone else, then you can head over to thetradingchannel.net and sign up for our email list. So now let's go ahead and break down this chart yet again here on the euro dollar. So this week, what are we going to be paying attention to on this pair? Well, this week we have this previous level of resistance that's been broken. Now we see that the market's pushing down. One of our highly likely scenarios is that we push down around this area, somewhere in this box we're creating here, and we get some type of entry reason to go long, possibly another retest of this 1.2060 level. That's going to be the first thing we're looking out for here on the euro dollar, is a test of this 1.192 area, 1.193 area in that level, and in this zone is where we'll be paying attention to for long opportunities on this pair. Now, some other scenarios is the market could just push up from where it is now and retest the 1.2060 level. If that happens, we'll be looking for shorting opportunities there. If we break above that level, our next level of resistance is around 1.23 even. In that area is another level we can look for counter trend shorting opportunities, just as we did from this level here. Another scenario we could see is the market push below that level of previous resistance, coming all the way down into our next major level of support around 1.1845. This is where we'll be looking for more long opportunities if the market does break below this 1.1925 level. And if we break yet again below that, then we'll be looking back here at these previous support levels, market using this area as support multiple times in the past, around 1.1714. This will be the next level of support we're looking out for here on the euro dollar. But again, our most likely scenario this week, and the area that the market will have to travel least to get to, is around the 1.19 even to the 1.195 area. In that area, looking for some type of long opportunity on a lower time frame for trend continuation here out of the euro dollar. And that's our breakdown here on the euro dollar. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, pound dollar. Last week, the pound dollar was coming up to this previous level of resistance. We thought this might be a level where the market would push down from because of this standalone level of resistance back here around 1.3597. That's exactly what this market did. We came up into that level and we pushed down a little over 100 pips, similar to the way the euro dollar pushed down from that previous level of resistance we were looking at earlier. So that was our predictions for last week out of the pound dollar. Now what are we looking for going into this week? Well, the first thing we're going to be paying attention for is after this big push down, the market has now made a rally up. If we rally up back into 1.3597, that is going to be a place where we're starting to look for some more counter trend shorting opportunities out of this pair. Now, the other situation we could see this week is this market pushing down, getting closer to this zone right in here that we're going to be paying attention to for long opportunities out of the pound dollar. So if we get down into this zone, This is where we'll be looking at on the pound dollar for opportunities to go long out of this pair in trend continuation. As you can see, this market just now broke above a previous level of resistance, and before that we broke above this period of consolidation we had back here looking left. So with that being the case, we have a possibility of this market continuing up. And if we do that, what are we going to be looking for? Well, we're going to be looking for long opportunities if we can break above 1.3597. Long opportunities all the way up to 1.3853, which after some trend continuation out of the pound dollar could be the next place we see resistance out of this pair. The market pushes down from here, the 1.34419. In that area, this zone we pointed out just a second ago is going to be the first opportunity for long trades. If we push down even further than that, the next level of possible support that we see is the zone back here around our period of consolidation right in here. Somewhere between the 1.3305 and 1.3246. That'll be the next zone we look for long opportunities. Probably not going to happen within this week, but these are things we can pay attention to here for the future on the pound dollar. Now let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, which will be the dollar yen. Here on the dollar yen, we're still in this period of consolidation. What we were looking for last week is this market to push down to our 111.79 area for some support. We never did get down to that area. Instead, the market pushed up, found resistance yet again around 113.5. We actually talked about this as being a level of resistance in last week's video. So for this week on the dollar yen, we're going to be looking at two different zones. The first place we're paying attention to for trading opportunities on this pair is going to be this zone right here up top. We're looking at this market traveling up to this previous level of resistance between 113 even and 113.5, pushing up to that zone, giving us some kind of opportunity on a smaller time frame to take this as a short trade from this zone of resistance. Another thing we could see this week is this market push all the way down to this zone of support. We now have this zone here acting as support around the 112 even handle. So if the dollar yen pushes up to that resistance level, and let's say we meet this resistance level in this period of consolidation and push down from that, the next zone we'll be looking at for support is somewhere around the 112 even handle. That's what we're looking at for the immediate future here on the dollar yen, above and below those levels. If we get this breakout and it keeps going higher, we're going to be looking around the 114 even handle. Between that and 114.23 is our next zone of possible resistance. After this zone, we have around 113.5. As we go lower, below our first zone of support we were just talking about, we'll be looking back here at this standalone level around 111 even on the dollar yen for possible long opportunities. And that's what we'll be paying attention to here on the dollar yen throughout this week and possibly a little further into the future. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, which is going to be the dollar Swiss. Last week here on the dollar yen, we were talking about the 0.9739 level as being a possible level of support for this market. The market pushed down into that level and then pushed right back up on the very next candle, closing back above that level, giving us an indication that we could see this market reverse here from, as you can see, the downtrend we've just created. We now have a downtrend because we broke below this previous level of support. So here, instead of being a downtrend, and on a lower time frame, you can definitely see this being a downtrend, but instead of being a downtrend now, what we're expecting is this market to find support from the 0.9739 level as long as the market stays above that zone. So if we continue higher here, we may be looking for some long opportunities down on a smaller time frame coming off this support level. If the market pushes down below this support level, the first thing we'll be looking for is this level to turn into resistance. We'll be taking short trades off this level if that happens, all the way down to the 0.9633 level, which is going to act as our next level of support here on the dollar Swiss. If we get that move up that we're talking about and some possible long trades on a lower time frame, second targets for those trades will be somewhere around 0.9849. That's the next level of possible resistance that we have here on the dollar Swiss, and another level we can look for some possible shorting opportunities from. This could be a good trend continuation level as this market, as we just talked about, has put in a low, lower high, lower low. This could be where we see that lower high come in right in the 0.9849 level. Above that, if the market gets a nice rally from this support level, we'll be looking around this previous resistance level at 0.9945. So those are the major levels that we're paying attention to here on the dollar Swiss. Now we'll go ahead and move on to our final pair, which is going to be the Aussie dollar. Okay guys, so the Aussie dollar from last week, we were paying attention to this level in our red line here as resistance, and we were thinking we could see a push down from this level here on the Aussie dollar. Well, we did not end up getting any kind of entry reason on this trade. We also did not see a push down from this level whatsoever. Instead, the market continuing this big strong move the Aussie dollar has had in the past couple of months, pushed all the way above that level of resistance and is now starting to pull back. So what do you think we're going to be waiting on this week out of the Aussie dollar? Well, upon this pullback, if we can get all the way down into the 0.7819 level of previous major resistance we were looking at, this is the first place we're going to be paying attention to for trend continuation out of this pair to take some long trades from this level. So if the market can pull back into that level this week, we'll be looking at that area for possible long trades. See if we can capture some trend continuation all the way up to the next level of resistance we have at 0.7893. That's the next level we'll pay attention to for counter trend opportunities. And above that, we're going to be looking a long ways up at 0.8023. So that's what we're looking at for the immediate future here on the Aussie dollar, and also for resistance. What are we looking at for support other than this previous level right here at 0.7819? Well, if we get below that level will then turn into resistance. We'll be looking at that level as a possible place to take shorting opportunities all the way down to our next level of support around 0.7730. If that level breaks as well, we'll be looking for support around 0.7653. So as for the immediate future here on the Aussie dollar, looking at this 0.7819 level right in here as being a possible level of support, paying attention there this week for some possible long opportunities and trend continuation out of the Aussie dollar. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you would like a little more detailed education on how we use these structure levels to trade, along with how we trade in general, including the strategies we use, the risk management techniques we use, and how we master discipline in our trading here at the Trading Channel, and even outside of the programs that we offer throughout 2018, some of the best advice I could give you would be get educated. If you lost money throughout 2017 and you're going to do the same exact thing in 2018, then chances are you're going to continuously lose money in the market or either give up trading altogether. So the answer and the way that you get around that is by becoming more educated on the topic of trading. And whether you decide that you like the way I trade and the way I teach, and you'd like to be a part of the Trading Channel's programs, whether you decide that or to go somewhere else is really irrelevant. It's just important for you to actually invest in your education. And the only reason I say that, guys, is because it's very rare that someone goes through tons of random Forex education on YouTube or on other free avenues and actually becomes profitable from it. We do have a lot of organized education here on the Trading Channel, even on the free resources we offer, like the training you get if you decide to sign up for our email list, link in the description, or the training you get just here on our YouTube channel for free. It's a little more structured than most places, but there's just so much information out there, and it's so difficult to stay organized when you're just watching strategy after strategy, or you're watching different ways to identify structure and trend. It can get extremely confusing unless you have an organized system in place that teaches you step by step how to go from not being profitable to creating your own trading plan, using the correct risk management, becoming disciplined in your trading, and eventually becoming profitable. So if any of that sounds like you and you're interested in investing in your education, then we do offer a couple of programs here. And then there are two links in the description below. One for the EAP Training Program, and for those of you who are interested in advanced patterns, we've also just released the Advanced Pattern Mastery course. Both of those go over discipline in a high degree and also talk about risk management, along with the actual strategies we use on a daily basis to profit in the Forex market. That'll do it for the shameless plug, guys. Links for all of that are in the description. Again, make sure you're subscribed if you're new so that you're alerted when we come out with other market prediction videos, along with some of the other free educational content we release here on YouTube. For other content we do not release here on YouTube that is also free, check the link in the description labeled email list or free training. I wish you guys the best of luck in your trading. I hope you trade green this week, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.